multi-exclusive dimensional being card with another exclusive. Today's video is going to be about Sun and Gemini, Moon, and Pisces. So basically, we all got hit with that Moon and Pisces. Because 5 a.m. when everybody sleep and when the Moon is transiting, you're picking up all that shit from basically particles. Because the Moon, that's what it picks up. It picks up residues and substances and circumstances and situations like that. So that's dealing with karma. That's dealing with the internals. That's dealing with the water. That's dealing with the fluids and stuff. That's why it was raining today too. So that's why I take places like that. So basically, with this Moon and Pisces, it's a square. So we are basically gonna be learning from one another. Feel me? Whether we do want to retreat from one another, but this is a circumstance, situation, in society that plays out where we all need to come together and understand, overstand, and basically get intellectual and get spiritual and tap in. Feel me? Like, good time to clear out all that negative shit and start planting good seeds and start putting good spectrums into your forthright info. So basically, this is what we basically need to be focusing on and working on. So once we do this, we can basically utilize and get through these transits, and this thing won't be as difficult for us to go through. And of course, Sun and Gemini right now, that's dealing with the thinking and communication. But basically, we now got the Moon and basically Pisces, that's dealing with the feeling, emotion, intentions, your insight, your inner look. For me, so you gotta basically clear all that shit out right now, and get spiritually inclined. So of course, for y'all sun signs, Pisces, Moon, and Ascendants. I know y'all woke up on the wrong side, especially if y'all ain't meditate, clear your mind, especially with water signs in general. I already know y'all going through it in some way, shape, and form. So basically, we got to basically get through these alignments. We're about to run through this shit real fast. Basically, let y'all know what's up, what kind of energies, elements we'll be dealing with, what we need to basically working on. Mercury is a Cancer. That's dealing with thinking and communication, intellect. So that's dealing with emotions, insight, and past experiences that's basically been brought up. So make sure these are good seeds and not bad seeds. We also got Mars and Pisces, so you want to feel the need to have aggression and passion and desire in your own private matters, and basically not being too open to influences and conflict, because that basically puts you in a circumstance situation of having problems and issues. And of course, we're here to help out people, places, and things. That's what we need to do, especially in times like this, because we're going through a new phase. So we got to wake up and get spiritually inclined, this motherfucker. Also, we got Jupiter and Capricorn. So that's dealing with expansion and growth, abundance, luck, and basically dealing with goals and practicality and putting things into existence and having discipline. For me, once you do that, and once you utilize that in that house, in your house, things are going to your favor, and you basically will get everything that you want and receive. We also dealing with the fuck is that? Saturn and Aquarius. So that's dealing with Cardinal. So basically, we a new start of basically bringing together people, places, and things in our own fixated ways and working together, having limitations and restrictions in certain circumstances, situations that we need to work on. And this is good and bad, but at the end of the day, we all what we have, we all we got. So we need to come together and stop bullshitting. They get real serious. And also, we got Neptune and Pisces. So that's dealing with expansion, growth, wisdom and knowledge. So that's dealing with the inner world. That's dealing with the spirituality. That's dealing with the non-physical. So basically, make sure you creating your own fantasy, your own illusion for your own benefit of the doubt. For me, and not having somebody else outside of you to create it for you, or you're gonna be living somebody else's dream and imagination instead of yours. So this can be good and bad, or this could be a learning process that you need to focus on. Pluto and Capricorn, so that's basically dealing with fixated ways of death and transformation, regeneration, and new birth, and basically putting an end to new things. So basically, utilize within your Pluto and removing out all the bullshit and all the substances that don't basically work on this world anymore. This is new ways and new circumstances and situations that you're gonna be indulging in. Also, we got Chiron and Aries, so this is growth, this is inner health, this is deep healing and removing all negative traumas out of your life. So basically, this is what we need to basically do. Self-love, self-control, and self-value. Also, we basically got the North Node in Gemini, so that's dealing with what you need to be focusing on is relating, whether it be a person, place, or thing, or whether it's you or your spirit. So also, we got Midhaven and Libra, so that's dealing with balance and relationships. So we gotta have good balance, a good relationship mechanism, and of course, That's what we need to basically do on a day-to-day basis. So Sun square Mars right now. So that's dealing with a learning process, but we need to basically learn to do, whether it's in a mutable way or it's whether in a new start of new ways of basically what we need to plan out as far as our goals and our personal issues and stuff. Yeah, look at yourself in the mirror. Also, we got Moon square Venus. So that's dealing with mutable, and that's dealing with cardinal. So that's dealing with new ways of fixating ourselves with our issues and our problems as far as our love and appreciations and desires and materialistic realms. Also, we got Venus square Chiron. So this is a learning experience that we need to take care of, have self-love and have self-discipline when dealing with new ways of how we see and approach the world. Also, we also dealing with Jupiter conjunction Pluto. So basically we got a expansion and growth and the opportunity to have new desires and new information and new ways of basically retracking and not being sidetracked by nonsense that took place in the past months or basically weeks or experiences that can reoccur. Basically, with this fake virus shit, where they trying to reoccur things and have it play out into our mechanisms. And no, we can't do that shit. We done with that shit. None of that getting lost into that bullshit ass story and narrative and agenda that they basically trying to push out to trap your mind. Get out of that shit quick. Neptune sextile Pluto. So basically it's a good chance of desire to have opportunities to get rid of all negative illusions and dark hidden traumas that's basically reoccurring, whether you're doing this in your dreams or you're doing this in your fantasy, which is this illusion. Also, we also dealing with Mercury trine Mars. So this is opportunity and chance to basically have intellect and good fixated ways, immutable ways to basically interact and align your thoughts in a perfect mechanism for thinking and communication. Feel me? So this is a good time to have good thoughts, good ideas that basically flow just like water and flow just like air and fire coming together. Feel me? This is good. This is a good opportunity and chance. Also, we got Jupiter. Whoa, I went too far. We got Mercury square Chiron. So this basically learning experience with thinking and communications from past experiences, past emotions, past problems that pretty much took place. Let's not get too lost into negative thinking. Let's start building on positivity. And let's basically learn how to separate from what happened in the past and what we're going to basically do now. Because it's all about what you're going to do now. It's not about what you did in the past. It's not about what happened in the past. It's not about what happened yesterday. It's not about what happened a couple seconds ago. It's about what you're going to do. Feel me? And it's how you're going to basically fixate your way on basically getting things done to your favor. So we got to step it up. Jupiter conjunction Saturn. So basically, Jupiter's expansion, growth, and Saturn's limitations and restrictions. But you're gonna basically be in the need of being a free spirit, and you're gonna also be in a circumstance situation of basically having discipline and having limitations and restrictions, dealing with the society, people, places, and things, structures and status and careers in your life. And also health is very important with this shit. So let's not be having guilt or negative criticism and issues going our way into our favor, or things not going to work out into that structure. So let's basically run down the houses. Let's run down the signs. Run down what we basically need to do. So of course, if you got Pisces in your first house, that's dealing with basically being boxed in with other people's ideas or your ideas, or basically what you need to work on. So you're going to basically either be dreaming about these things or these things going to be reoccurring. Feel me? Because remember, the moon is a reflection. The sun is how you present it. So this is what you're going to be basically receiving. So take control of your life, take control of your path, and don't let any person, place, or thing be the reason or the outcome of what you need to basically be focused on. And that's dealing with also like your 12th house energy. So if you don't know your 12th house, basically find out where Neptune is in your house. So Neptune is basically dealing with 12th house energy. And you gotta find where your houses is at. And what other planet is in your house, you would basically find out what circumstances and situation need to be basically focusing upon. So let's just say the first is the Aries. Let's just say second would basically be Taurus. Third would basically be Gemini. Fourth would basically be Cancer. Fifth would basically be Leo. Sixth would basically be Virgo. Seven would be Libra. 8 would be Scorpio. 9 would basically be Jupiter, which is Sagittarius. 10 would be Capricorn. 11 would basically be Aquarius. And 12 would basically be Pisces. But basically, just because I'm breaking this down it doesn't actually mean that these are fixated in your house. So you got to make sure you know what house sign you're in. I mean, and if you need help, you hit me up. We could basically run down these charts and we could basically get real astrological wise and real energies that we basically need to break down together. But also, if you got the second house, this is dealing with values, status, and people, places, and things. So try not to be getting used as a vessel, try not to be taken advantage of, and try to basically focus on taking control of your life. Or else a person, place, a thing, or another spirit gonna basically take that away from you and inhabit its own fixated way of doing things in your life. And you're gonna be very frustrated. So what you need to do is focus on getting right with your life. Feel me? Also, 3 will basically be you having experiences and locations and surroundings of new people, places, and things, new areas, new statuses, and new fixated ways of where you basically start growing as far as where you want to be in life and things that's going to reoccur. So try not to be too try not to be too open. Just make sure you have a clear mind, because of course all the mutable signs are going to basically be having trouble getting on track, as far as Virgo, as far as Sagittarius, as far as Pisces, as far as all mutable signs in general. So it's gonna be a challenge, but it's all about making sure you gotta have clairvoyance before you go out in your day. 4th house, that's dealing with family, dreams, and imagination, and detachments from people, places, and things that are outsiders. So you're gonna be basically dreaming and having certain pursuits that's going to play out into your spectrum as far as what your family presents to you on a day-to-day basis, and you're going to basically be inhabiting this. And the 4th house is natural, which is basically the 360, where the moon stays into this certain alignment. So you're going to basically be dealing with all kinds of spectrum as far as this. So this is basically your house where you sit as basically being a king in that. 5th house, so creative dreams and passions and desire, but don't try not to overindulge and shit, because when you overindulge and when you overdo it and stuff, people look at you with a crazy face. So of course you're gonna be looked at like you're the one that's going crazy and shit, and you're not gonna like that. So basically have balance and basically have structure. So you want to be the center of attention, but make sure when you're being the center of attention, you ain't going crazy and shit and overdoing that, or pushing yourself. Everybody ain't got your best interest. Everybody going through some shit right now. So we all spirits and bodies, so we all understand that. The 6th house will basically be dealing with routine, daily life, and structure, status, and careers. And so 12th house don't like being in a sign. So basically this is more weight added. So what you need to do is basically meditate, clear your mind, have clairvoyance, and make sure you have good judgment, not bad judgment. 7th house, that's dealing with relationships and trying to fix and grow things with people, places, and things that's in a relationship, and trying to basically readopt and find out fixated ways, whether it's a boyfriend, whether it's a niece, a nephew, cousin, aunt, anybody that's basically more related to you and basically have a strong connection with you. This is basically what you're going to feel the need. You're going to be a little moody too, because it plays out in that spectrum, because it's all exotic. 8th house, this is dealing with arguments, past life, death, transformation. Try to be chill and try not to overindulge into shit that can basically play out into have you making you have doubts and shit that can basically put you in a circumstance situation of regret, guilt. Uh, Ninth house says dealing with finding new ways and new spectrums to basically outlook life and having new responsibilities and find new ways and new structures to learn experiences. 10th house is basically dealing with judgment, guilt, and circumstance situation that's gonna basically could hold you back or lead you forward. So try not to be all over the place, but be organized and get structure. 11th house that's dealing with seeing behind the scenes, but the people, places, things is in your good interest, goals, aspirations, and processes. And 12th house is basically dealing with dreams, imagination, guilt, certain circumstances, situations, exchange, moodiness, and try to be very inclined with yourself and be very honest and don't overindulge and don't judge yourself. Much love.